How's it going, guys? YouTube specifically. I will be talking to Twitch as always because they're here. I love the guys. But I'm also talking to you guys who are not able to actually catch it live. It was a very last-minute decision for my opponent to say... Well, actually, it was kind of a last-minute request from me to my opponent. I was like, hey, I'm already streaming, so do you want to play? And he was like, yeah, I can play right now. He's 14 hours ahead, so it's very difficult to schedule with Australia time. But we finally reached an agreement where I'm like, you know what? It's like 8 o'clock here. That means it's probably like... It's like 7:40 here, which means it's like 9:40 in the morning your time. So if you're just waking up, I think we're going to be ready to go. So right now we're just kind of hanging out on Wi-Fi. Just waiting for that to happen specifically. I took out the bottom screen from the layout because A, I figured I'd give endorsement to the league that I'm in, and B, I don't really necessarily want bottom screen there, and somebody's challenging me to a match, and I don't want that. I'm busy. I don't have time for your sass. I don't want to reveal my team until we actually get in a team preview, because that's how I've been doing it the past few times, and that's how I'd like to do it again. So, in the meantime, we're just going to wait for him. In terms of how I feel about the game, I have planned aggressively, very aggressively for it. I had an original locker room video prepared, decided that team that I had in there was not good enough. And after that, no, I don't want to do a battle royale. That's dumb. Stop. That's what I get for staying on Wi-Fi live. Like, it's dumb. But like beyond what I had on the locker room originally, my team differs drastically from that. So I just need to make sure that what I have going on now is something that I feel very comfortable with, and I need to not psych myself out versus stall, because my opponent's team is very, very, very bulky. My team happens to be... A lot would consider to be pretty hyper-offensive, given that I wasn't able to get all hyper-offense picks. We're pretty much versus some of the more versatile physical attackers and special attackers in the game, I would say, versus some very well-balanced walls on my my opponent's shit there. So, in terms of what I have going on, I think I feel pretty good, and... Yeah, I just got a little bit of pre-match jitters is what's going on, and on top of that, I've had like 3 cups of coffee today, and I should really just try to calm down a little bit. I don't know if I'm really necessarily going to have the patience to cut out all this beginning stuff, so I will definitely do you guys the favor of at least browsing beforehand in the video on demand, I guess, on YouTube, and just be like, hey, this is when the match starts. So if you just want to have it in the background or whatever, you're just like, oh, this is boring, I don't want to wait for him. At that point, I will just give you the timestamp so you can jump to it. I can't really talk to the chat as much because I don't have a live chat going on here, and there's also probably not going to be times where I'm going... I think there might be 2 games where I'm not going to stream it. But we'll kind of cross that bridge when we get to it, I suppose. I just, I always get nervous before these things, because I like being 2-0, but I also like being 3-0. So, I need to keep my head on my shoulders and figure out what's going on from there. It's just a little bit scary, but I think we're gonna be okay. I feel pretty good about it. I'm still waiting... Been a few minutes on my opponent. Let me see if he's here. Looks like he's here. You good? I see you. I don't know if I'm pretty sure he's streaming this as well, which I'm probably like one of the other people to do it. But it's kind of cool that he is streaming it, because at that point he can just grab his video on demand and just go from there. But after round 2, I feel like I've done I do a ridiculous amount of planning for this shit. But this team is one I just really can't plan solidly for. There's just a lot of defensive varieties what's going on, and it's a bit tricky. So... We'll just wait for him. After this, I'm probably just going to immediately go to bed. The stress alone is just gonna knock me out. Whew. So beyond this, I think things to talk about for the future. I do play this opponent again in round 5. But I'm going to be on vacation for round 5, so we actually, I think, have to play immediately again next week. Which means that my opponent has a pretty good idea of what to bring, and I will have a pretty good idea of what to bring. So I will be playing 2 games next week. I forget specifically who I'm playing next week, besides these guys. But to play this team again twice might kind of psych me out really quickly, because we have our regional conferences where people that are in the same state play each other, people in the same region playing each other, because there's 2 Californias, there's 2 New Yorks, I think there's 2 Texases, and then outside of that, they kind of paired everybody off for a regional conference rival thing, and I guess West Coast Washington to Australia is kind of the closest thing to have going on there. Anyways, he's ready. He's ready. Let's go. I will send. Good luck, have fun. This is the most important part. Good luck, have fun. If I can find you again. Still very nervous. I get very nervous for these. But he says you too, so it's all going to be in good spirit. Alright, chat, behave. Please behave. YouTube, if you're watching, now would probably a good point if you're Alt-Tab to switch over, since we're going to be starting very shortly here. I'm pretty sure that is the actual signal to do that. But I have requested the game. Turn down the request. I'll try that again. Because that is, it's a bit odd. I sent the request, so I don't know what happened. What happened? I see all we're doing in the chat is gambling. Oh, shit. Turn down the request, auto forfeit. If only. If only it was that easy. I said I was sending the request too. So I'm not sure if they're sending the request. But it seems like this isn't going to work here. Unless you are? Question mark? I can let you send. It says you turned it down once. Lord, here we go. Alright, boys and girls. Here's the game. Welcome to the game. I get the feeling my connection might be a little unstable. Or his is. He says connection got lost on his first one. So he's picking battle rules. There we go. So the mons I will be using for this game, as soon as it lets me pop up, are... We can see them right now. They are Gengar, Sylveon, Zapdos, Ferrothorn. Oops, I had them out of order. And there we go. Whatever. There's the order. Not necessarily in that order, mind you. That would be boring. Kind of hoping no disconnect. Actually, I should always be hoping no disconnect. Not kind of. You know? Okay. Okay, so he has a Jolteon, he has a Mesprit. This is not... He did not bring Chansey. What? Why didn't he bring Chansey? That's so strange to me. Well, what now? Interesting. I mean, I guess that makes sense, but... Oh man, that's really weird. There's no Chansey, there's no Umbreon, there's only Gliscor, there's a Primarina as well. I kinda gotta fear that being Scarfed is what I'm thinking. But he brought Jolteon fearing Zapdos, that's really interesting. And there's only one, there's no Xatu either. There's no Xatu, there's no Defogger. Oh man, there's no Defogger. That's crazy. Holy crap, this is weird. There's no bulk. He's straight up just going offense against offense. That's very tricky. There definitely is an offensive team here. I was not expecting that. So, this will be pretty interesting. This was not the flow of the game that I expected, but I think we can still work it out. Speedy G. Okay. Nice jolt. Let's think. Let's be careful here. My chat is addressing me saying that Gliscor can defog, which, yeah, definitely is correct. So I had forgotten about that. There doesn't seem to be too much hazard control. Well, this Jolteon, the way I see this Jolteon, it's probably going to be Specs or Life Orb is what I'm thinking. So, let's see what happens here. This is kind of a tricky first turn. But I'm not waiting on my turn here. I think my opponent is really just wanting to think this through. That is oh, that's a crit. That's unfortunate on turn 1, actually. But if that's the most luck my opponent gets, that's actually fine. Now, my question here is what my... So, we know that that does a fuck ton. And I do think that it's Specs, just based on that damage. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot of damage. It has usually always been hacks on first one in my games for some strange reason. I'm not terribly nervous at the moment, though. It's a bad footing, but in terms of Mons to hit with that kind of damage, it's... I prefer others, but this will do. I mean, as much as I would have loved to very aggressively switch to Zygarde, that just would have been too risky. So, I guess while he's taking forever to do that... Okay, the Mesprit. Now my question here is, I feel like there might be a trick coming. I feel like it's going to be either a trick or a Stealth Rock. It could also just be a flat-out Psychic, though. This thing has a lot of options. But... Trick, Ice Beam, Psychic... There are just so many options here, and a lot of my mons don't really like taking a lot of these things. But... I need to start getting some... If I get tricked, that's fine. Okay, it's an Ice Beam. This is fine. This is not fine. This happens so much. This is the second game this has happened. First turn crit, followed by an Ice Beam. Bit rough. It's very easy to be nervous here, but I need to think about how easy it is to be nervous and try not to be nervous. Okay. This was to be expected, definitely. Now, if I take a fire move, then, I mean, that's fine and all. I don't want to take a Glaciate, though. On the other hand, I feel like he might just go for the U-turn. This is a very, very hard play here. And I don't know what to do. I need that Ferrothorn. I need that Ferrothorn really bad. I'm not getting an opportunity to do what I want to. Alright. About to make a big risk here. There's no Chansey, so I don't need this as bad. It's workup. Alright. This is different. I feel like he might have been special. If he's special with Glaciate, then that could be a big problem. I'm going to have to sack something. Because that's pretty unfortunate, but... It's really tricky what to do here. This is not going the way I thought it was going to, but... That's fine. That's what's interesting about Draft. There's many different options. Because I was not expecting Workup Victini. I was expecting a normal one or one that had Glaciate, which means that there's the potential for this thing to be mixed, which is fine. I just don't specifically... Now, the cool thing is, because I'm normal, he doesn't know what item I am. But he's just going for it. And that's fine. We do have to lose the Sylveon. Okay, but that means he is... Let's see. This should probably threaten something. He doesn't have any ghost resists. I kind of wish I brought a different item, because that would have been a good spot to be in. But now that we know that he's workup, that means he's not choiced. But I also... Boy. I don't know what his item is. Yeah, I still don't know what his item is. I feel like this could be a Z-move user. I wouldn't be surprised if he had Sub-Zero Slammer with Glaciate. Just because Zygarde is just really that big of a problem against it. But he has no Ghost Switches. He has things that can take a Shadow Ball. But he doesn't have Chansey. So that is kind of a big thing to note here. Oh man, it is hard not to be nervous here. I'm already down 1 and I have a Frozen Mon. Alright, we got Jolteon. Alright, we do about half. This is a little tough. Yeah, this is not what I expected, but it's important at this point that you can't really expect what what is actually going to happen in draft. Anything can happen in draft. Getting crit first turn, then followed up by a freeze on the second turn. It sucks, but that's why we got rematches, so... And I mean, I don't have a way to get rocks up, which means that... Alright. I'm kind of hoping we get a good roll. Okay, Jolteon's down. Nice. This is interesting here. I'm not sure specifically what wants to happen there. Like, why is this here? That's very strange. I mean, the consideration is he has enough EVs to take this. Or he happens to be Assault Vested. Or for all we know, he happens to be Specs. I don't have any perspective for why this is happening here. But if he does have... The fact that he's bringing it in means that he is pretty positive he can take it on. Or he thinks that I am... Actually, I don't know what could be going through his mind right there. Okay, so he just goes for a clean Psychic. Which doesn't really do that much still. I get the feel... I don't know what he is. That just didn't really do that much. Boy howdy, man. Tough times ahead. This is a hard situation to be in. Having a Frozen Ferrothorn on more games than not, this is just happening so much. And we know that the Ice Beam's really not doing anything. I mean... It's tricky. I knew this was going to be a tricky game, but I really had no idea. Okay, he did switch. He switched to Mawile immediately. He wants to be in there. So this is fine. We doubled. Oh, shit. I need to dispose of this thing immediately. This thing is a huge problem. I was honestly kind of expecting Victini again, but this is neither here nor there. This is very, very neutral ground for me. I'm mostly in a bad spot, but I think I have ways I can work with it. So, that's the tricky part. Now, what is going through his head right now, I imagine, with this Mawile? Because if I was... You know, if I had something to... I don't... That's the thing. Gengar does not have normally anything to hit. Yeah, he has to Mega as soon as it comes in. Okay. So let's see what he wants to go for here. If he goes for Sucker, then I'm feeling pretty good about this turn. And I miss. That was literally my trump card right there. Like, that just really sucks. I had that for that, and now he knows that I run that. So it just doesn't do anything. Oh, Lord. When you plan and everything goes wrong. This is the game we play. This is absolutely the game we play. Oh, Jesus, man. I got frozen, I got crit, I missed a Will-O-Wisp. The game's not over yet, but it's really not looking good. I'm down essentially 2 Mons. That's so rough. So rough. And see, I might have choked here big time. I did. Now, oh, of course now I get it. Okay. It's really tricky. Oh, man. This is hard. There's really not a lot of opportunities to do what I need to. It's just gonna be a very, very hard win to pull out. I'm not in the mood for those kinds of shenanigans, so that person gets permanently... That person is getting permanently banned from the chat room. Not now. If you want to dispute it later, you can, but... For now, I'm not in the mood for that. Now this thing gets a free workup. So... Let's see. What will he go for, I wonder? Another workup. I do still have a very slim shot. But... And the fact that the only thing I've killed off is Jolteon. It means that Zapdos is too important to lose here. And I definitely don't think I can take a +1 V-Create. I'm trying not to be shaken by all the hacks that's happened. Because to be fair, I've gotten a fair amount of it in my first 2 games, but... The Ferrothorn getting frozen again, just... The crit was fine, because we already revealed Roost. But the freeze again and the Will-O-Wisp miss is just really, really, really rough. Like, that really puts you in some kind of bad mood, you know? And he's taken his sweet time with his turns. Like, I don't want this game to be this long, because there is the potential for it to disconnect. And we can't replicate a freeze on Ferrothorn. Oh, man. But what's he going for here? I wonder if he would go for another workup. I actually just have to get rid of this. Oh, see, he was expecting it. He does have Glaciate. We did see that. But that doesn't really tell me much still. But now the problem is... He doesn't really have to worry about... He doesn't have to worry about anything. It would have been really nice if I even got the Cursed Body there. Because that meant I would have been able to switch in Zygarde super freely. But Workup Victini is definitely a big problem. I think I'm just going to have to rely on Chip. And I don't know what that Medicham is still. I guess I just need to play ahead. He has a lot of ice coverage, I've noticed. He has Ice Beam on Mesprit. He does have Glaciate on Victini. That is a for sure. So he's definitely done his planning. But, like, we're only 14 turns in, and there's already been 21 minutes on the clock. Like, if he's just running the clock for the sake of score, then... Or he's just really thinking his turns through, but... I couldn't tell you. Really kind of wishing I was Jolly now, but... I got nothing. Okay, so... I have an idea for what I think needs to happen. I'm sure he's thinking his moves very carefully as well. I've almost all but resigned here. It's a bit hard. But Jolteon's gone, so... That's a big plus. I don't know if it's really just his turns taking that long to do or what, but... And I mean, I was expecting Glaciate Victini. It is a possibility. I'm gonna have to play the chip game. I was actually expecting that, so that's fine. So you can take your defense drops. And you can have your Iron Barbs damage too. But now even a Jolly Victini, or a naive Victini, is going to be slower. So... Let's see how important this is to him. Yeah, Victini is just really running through my team right now. But we need to get in there. All I have is the offensive backbone of my team, so if something dies, it just dies. And that's the unfortunate reality of it. But what will he want to do? Would he risk it? Would he actually stay? I don't think so. I think he recognizes how important it is, and he's trying to figure out a switch from here. It all depends on what happens on this next turn, how I'm gonna handle things with this thing. But I know for a fact he is... Oh, you know what? He could be Expert Belt. Now that I think about it. A workup Expert Belt set would be pretty good, because it would bluff the choice item. He could also be a Z move as well. There's an idea. But it's not over yet. As long as I've still got 3 Mons, I'm still here. Okay, let's see. Now it's my turn to damage calc. I don't know if that's a game I want to play there. Let's try it. He is a physically defensive Primarina. With Reflect. Okay. That was definitely not something I was expecting there, and that's going to be pretty unfortunate. It would be nice to get a crit through sub here, or crit through reflect. I have not gotten any hacks here. Okay, we got something. I'll take that. That's fine. That's actually all I really wanted in life. It does ease things versus, It definitely eases things versus this thing. There's still a very good amount of bulk on this team. But at this point, I do take a kill. This is a tricky thing here. I think Victini is definitely coming in here. How much does this take? Let's see. If he is... Oh, wow, really? I don't... Oh, man. The problem here is I risk a Z move. And... I need this thing real bad for Mawile. But I also don't want to get him... I don't want to let him get a workup. I have to try it. I get the feeling this is a Z move, though. Yeah, I had a feeling. So, it's not looking too good. It was in the back of my mind, and I didn't really like that. Alright. It's gonna be pretty tough from here. He does still have plenty of mons left, but he has no electric moves at this point. This game's been going on so long I ran out a half-hour track. So he has let's see. He does still have Reflect up. We have a chance. It's a very stupid but slim chance. Okay, I don't know how much that's gonna do. That does actually nothing. If I could get... Just let me get the paralysis, please. Thank you. That's all I wanted. That's literally all I wanted. Alright, let's get some late game hacks in here. And he's actually... I think he's Light Clay. On the Primarina. Alright, at least I'm getting semi-consistent hacks. And now Victini... Victini's not as much of a threat. Victini's actually slower than Mega Medicham. And let's see if he gets paralyzed here. I kind of wonder. Nope. He goes for V-Create. Okay. Good. He might just be trying to sack, is what I'm thinking here. But I'm actually also at the same time running him out of V-Creates. So Zapdos has a decent matchup here. Now that I'm faster than him, Glaciate can't hit for super effective damage. And V-Create will be running out thanks to pressure. And I'm stalling out Reflect turns too. So I wonder if he would try to sack. I think he is trying to sack. It's probably wise to keep this as a sack. What a long and very mentally taxing game this has been so far. And he does switch it out. I'm wondering what this Mesprit happens to be. Because he does have Reflect. So either way, I do need to stall it out. And I don't know if Specs Mesprit is going to do the trick with Ice Beam there. He does still have Mawile as well. So it is going to take many, many, many prayers to get out of this situation. Especially when Mesprit has Ice Beam. This is just hard. Fairthorn would have helped out so much here. With only Zapdos and Medicham left, and there's still a Mesprit and a Mawile. I'm faster than the Mesprit. Which, okay. Ice Beam not doing that much. I do have the potential to stall him out of Ice Beams. He's leftovers. And Reflect is gone. So he has Gliscor and he has Mawile as well. Zapdos has a pretty huge backbone right now. I cannot bring in Medicham until the time is right. So, him being... I think he could Healing Wish as well. That is a consideration. Alright. I am faster too, so this doesn't really work out too well. I think there is pretty good potential of him Healing Wish, going for Healing Wish at some point. I just would like a Paralysis, another one. Okay, we're still living it. But the odds are against us because he can definitely... he can either freeze us or get the Spadef drop. Not that I want to say it, but they are 10%. But having pressure is probably pretty okay here. So I think all he's going to keep doing is just predicting my moves reliably. And he does have Trick Room. Okay, so this is fine. Alright. I'm pretty sure I can take any one of his hits at this point. But that does mean he is faster, and we've seen that his moves just don't really hit that hard, so... But we only got 20 minutes left in the game. You'd think he'd be going a little bit faster here. Is that a... That's not a crit, is it? Okay. So... Yeah, Victini is faster now. I'm so glad I remembered to PP max everything before I went into this game. Because this is a rough one. But he no longer... I don't remember if he still has Primarina. But his Victini is paralyzed. Yeah, whoever... Yeah. He could definitely time me out. He has the potential to. But as soon as he runs out of Ice Beams, I think he only has 8. Thanks to pressure. So I hate to do this. I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot time-wise, but it has to happen. Like, he has to run out of Ice Beams in order for me to get anywhere. And he still has 2 sight. He still has so many things to deal with Medicham. That's probably our biggest problem here. So he's just gonna go for another Ice Beam. That's fine, I guess. Alright. As long as he runs out of Ice Beams. I think we have one more turn of Trick Room, so we should be at the point where we might be able to take another one. And I just have to... Oh, man. I gotta force him out eventually. Literally, all he has to do is switch. No, yeah, that is how it works, chat. Hacks plus timeout would be a damn shame of a match. It'd be outright embarrassing on my behalf. But thankfully, we're getting pretty consistent rolls with Ice Beam. Not getting any crits or anything dangerous. I think he's used quite a few at this point, so he's probably out. And Trick Room is up. I think he's gone for at least 6 to 8 Ice Beams. And I'm at full, so I don't necessarily fear going for a discharge here. A para would be great. Alright, we're in. We're in with the para. And we got the full para. Things are potentially turning around a little here. I'll just go for another one. And he does get another Trick Room off. Now, I haven't been keeping track of his Ice Beams here. So... this could be a little problematic. Troublesome. Troublesome. I think he still has Gliscor, too. Yeah, Ferrothorn unfortunately died to a V-Create. It wasn't gonna thaw. That's just I think he might be out of I think he's out of Ice Beams. There is mild potential of being able to stall him out of offensive moves. So, thankfully Zapdos still has a bit of roosting going on. But we don't have a lot of time left. This is probably one of the longest games I've ever had. It'd be nice if he did get paralyzed somewhere along the way. Thankfully, no how funny that I thought he was going to bring Bulk and I'm the one pressure stalling him. It's just kind of silly how that works out. I don't think I would ever let my guard down that low in terms of letting him lull me into that. Because an Ice Beam KO and a Psychic KO are in pretty close range of each other. But I think I'm potentially okay to go for a move here. I'm at a decent range of HP. I would just kind of hope he gets paralyzed, so I get a free attack. But I think what he might try to do is he might try to... I think he's definitely going to try to Healing Wish. Now I wish I hadn't sacked Silvally. That's really unfortunate. Time is a-ticking. I do not have a lot of it. So, I'm surprised he hasn't made the switch to Gliscor yet. Still no, still no full para there. I think Trick Room runs out on this turn? No, one more turn. Yeah, I can't take any risks. I don't think he's going for timeout. I think this is just how long the moves take to get to me from Australia. Which is unfortunate. because I'm trying to finish this out too. But he took so long in the first 40 minutes that it's really rough. But I'm not giving up yet. We're 37 turns in and I still have Mons left. So I absolutely have to try to go for some kind of cool play here. It would just help if he got para-haxed, you know? The other thing I'm thinking is he could Healing Wish on this turn. On my Roost. Which would be pretty freaking unfortunate. But I can't mess around with the possibility of him, you know, doing that. Okay, so he switches. He switches to Gliscor. That's fine. My question here is, I wonder if he's offensive. That would be something. He did take his sweet time with that turn, though. I wonder who is faster between the Gliscor and the... I secretly kind of hope I'm faster. He does have a lot of defense. That's what makes this matchup so hard. I was not expecting Reflect on Primarina. Z-move Victini was a consideration. So, I want to see what... Oh, good! 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 This is good! This is excellent! Alright, let's go! What does he have? Does he have Toxic? I wonder if he'll switch now. If he's sub-Toxic, Protect, Earthquake or something like that, then he can't touch me from here. He has to have something other than Earthquake. I don't know if he's trying to force me out, but... Yes! Yes! Yes, this is good! This is good! We're here. I had not revealed my fourth move for this reason. We're inside. We're inside with Medicham with the sub, with 13 minutes to go. You want unexpected moves? I'll give you one right here. Now you got Mega Medicham behind a sub, which is what I wanted this entire game. It's a little late, but we're here. We're here. Let's try it. Nice, 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 nice. Shout out to the chat. Sort of regretting not having Fire Punch here, but now let's see what he can do here. Oh, come on. If you're really going to timer stall me for the next 12 turns... That's real dickish. This is too much. Like, please just play it out. Like a respectable person would here. I don't know if I could realistically dispute timer stall, but I sure as fuck would like to. Alright, he goes to Mawile. He might just alternate between Mawile and Gliscor for the rest of the game. Alright, so here's the Gliscor switch. This is fine. Honestly, it's still okay to go for the obvious plays. Because look at how much that does. As long as I keep up this pressure, he won't have a way to respond immediately. Alright, so I've shown him Ice Punch. That's fine. You know... You're in hyper overdrive here, buddy. Let's go. I really wish Showdown rules applied here, where the person that timer stalls gets punished. I did show Ice Punch on that turn. On this turn that he protected. So... he could legitimately do that, but... He really is taking his time. I'd love to check the video on demand to see if he really is thinking about it, but I don't have any way to prove it. I don't want to be salty. We're down to 10 minutes and there's still a bunch of Mons left. But 2 of his Mons are paralyzed. But seriously? This is ridiculous. We're actually timer stalling? I really hope we look at this video and we say, hey, you know what? There's no reason a game should be 50 minutes. Alright, that kills it. So that means if we kill Victini resisted from there, we probably kill Mesprit. I don't have a lot of time. I just need to be up 1 more Mon by the time the time runs out. It's really frustrating because you only have 3 Mons. You only have 3 Mons. Oh my god. I could have taken a shit and come back if I was streaming wirelessly. And the only reason I'm not linking a stream is because I don't want you guys to go over there and do it. If time ends and we both have 2 Pokemon, I legitimately don't know how that ends. But come on! You have 3 Mons! You have to pick something. Root, if you're watching... Are you watching this, Root? Is this grounds to dispute it? Because I'm not gonna lie, this is a little ridiculous. The person with most HP percentage-wise wins. Because that was a full minute between turns for him to decide Mesprit. Oh man, there's really got to be some kind of stipulation for this. It's a legitimate tactic, yes. But it's so scummy. Lugnut says he's waiting maximum time between decisions. We're not friends. You have both sides open? We're not friends right now. He is taking all of his time to do what? There's no... I know there's no clause for it. We both have the same counter. I don't know if I... You gotta hurry up, man. Okay, so at this point, Mesprit is dead. I just have to do a little bit more damage to both Mons, and all of a sudden, I can timer stall. If there's not going to be a clause for this, I can do this. So, all of a sudden, you better hurry. Because we're at a tie game. Ah, man. And I'm still behind a sub. You can tell he was not expecting sub Zapdos. This is... We're down to 5 minutes. Because he can go to Gliscor, just protect, switch out to Mawile. Dude, how karmic would that be if he went to Gliscor, went for protect, I went for Ice Punch? I've never seen that timer go red. I've never seen that timer go red. Like, this is ridiculous. Also, by the way, holy crap, we have 68 viewers in the chat. You guys are magnificent. How awesome would a crit Drain Punch be? Or a crit high jump kick, you know? My Zap has the same life percentage. Oh, Jesus, that scared the crap out of me. I forgot I still had Revlo going. That was... I should have killed that. Well, BMW, Zigzaus could still be Bad Manners win. Yeah, I forgot to kill Revlo. Please don't abuse Revlo right now. We're down to 3 minutes, like... What is the holdup? Oh my god. Okay, he goes for Sucker. That's fine. Really good damage. Now the important thing here is I still win 2-1. I could take my time here. And I did this calc in advance here. For how much Mawile Sucker Punch does to Medicham. It doesn't kill me. Time is not on his side here. Alright, we're in. And that's how you wrap it up, boys. It's not over yet, but... The one thing that I did randomly, roguely consider is the fact that he could have enough speed. He could be running offensive Gliscor for some reason, but I don't think he does. He's faster. That's really unfortunate. I can't believe we just threw the game like that. I can't believe we threw the game. I was thinking it. I was thinking it, and I got foolish. That's... oh my god. I can't believe it. Who runs speed for that? I should have switched. I should have switched. Why did I do that? That's it. That's it. That's it. That's literally all that happens there. All he has to do. And I'm faster. I'm faster than this, but I'm slower than... That doesn't make sense. How does that happen? No, I'm really confused there. How does that happen? How am I faster? What happened? What happened there? What the shit? I baton passed the -1 from Glaciate to Medicham. From Glaciate. Oh my god. What? I should have switched. I should have switched at the end there. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Why did I do that? Okay, well, that's the game. That's enough of that video. That has been... I did throw. I told myself I wasn't gonna get nervous. And I got really nervous. That's just what happened. That's just so hard. You gotta understand, I had to keep my focus for 60 straight minutes. Oh my god. Oh, okay. I gotta end the video. So this will be up on YouTube on Saturday. Yeah, anyway, if you guys enjoy that game, yeah, we have that kind of stuff that happens, you know. I'm not gonna try to be a sore loser because I did throw at the end there. I should have just switched to keep the alive mon, and I didn't. And that's what happened. I got cocky because I thought I'd be able to take it clean, and I did not realize that I passed the Glaciate. So I don't know, man. That was rough. And the timer stall, there was... I wanna put it out of my mind that that was a legitimate thing that was happening. But 60 seconds per turn is a little unnatural. But it is what it is. It happens. I got psyched out, and that's what happens there. I should have just switched into Zapdos, and I kind of fucked up. So, anyway, there's that rundown. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video on YouTube. I will see you guys later. Twitch, stay tuned. I'm just going to have like half of a mental breakdown on stream, and I'll be fine. Ha!